Hello, I'm Deacon Jeff. Today is Friday, October 8th. I don't think it'll come as a shock to anyone for me to say that we Pittsburghers, we do love our football. We look forward to the days all year long when our gridiron warriors don their armor, their pads, and their helmets, mount the battlefield, fighting in the trenches to gain ground, push the line under the direction of a great field general and a seasoned quarterback. We're used to winning our games in our own house and going into our opponents' houses and beating them, humiliating them, taking their glory, and then sharing the spoils of victory, that glory, with all of Steelers Nation. And we've built one of the strongest franchises in the country. We have 6 Super Bowl trophies to show for it. But that wasn't always the case. At one time, the Steelers were, in fact, the laughingstock of the NFL. A horribly corrupted franchise in bad shape. But through work, good ownership, struggling to get better, they built up one of the best in the country. And as one of the best, we now should expect that every time an opponent comes to face us, we're going to get their A game. They want our glory. And it's special for them to beat one of the best, to humiliate the great ones. So, the Steelers know that they always have to remain vigilant. They got to keep up their guard. They have to strive to always function as a well-oiled machine. Every single part of the team functioning in unison. And this year, in the preseason, we were told to expect no less, that this Steelers team should be at least an 11-13 win team. After all, we have a seasoned field general in our quarterback, 2 of the best receivers in the NFL, a first-round draft pick at running back to gain that ground, strong defense, led by a secondary who has one of the best cornerbacks in the league, a linebacker core led by probably the best player in the NFL, a defensive line that gives the battle in the trenches and takes it to the enemy. But it hasn't been so, has it? That machine not operating in such great unison. One particular part is failing, isn't very well oiled. And that's causing the rest of the team to malfunction. Unfortunately, our beloved Steelers didn't remain vigilant in one area. They let down their guard. More specifically, their offensive guard, along with their offensive tackles and their center. That offensive line isn't functioning. As a result, the skilled players, under the direction of our field general, aren't getting the support they need to do their jobs. And opponents, they've seen the opening, and they're taking advantage of it. They're taking special pride in beating the once great Steelers. There's a Latin phrase. It goes like this: corruptio optimi pessima. It means the corruption of the best is the worst. Isn't it true for Steelers Nation how the humiliation now, having fallen from such great heights, is so much worse? And I hope you notice that in my little soliloquy here, all of the military, warlike language that I used with respect to football. And that's no coincidence, because you see, football was invented at Yale in the late 1800s, but quickly adopted by the military academies to train their cadets. So it's common to hear language like Steelers Nation, gridiron warriors, wearing their armor of pads and helmet, the spoils of victory, gaining ground, battling in the trenches, under the direction of a field general. And we see that same kind of language being used by Jesus today in the gospel. He talks about how a strong man, well armed in his own house, in his home field, is there defending his field when a stronger man enters his house, overtakes him, takes his armor, and divides the spoils of victory with his own army. Jesus is talking about a spiritual gridiron battle here. The strong man in his own house that he's referring to is the devil, dwelling within our souls. And the stronger one, well armed, who comes in and throws him out, takes his armor, and divides the spoils of the victory, the saved soul, with his church, is Jesus. And how reassuring that is, huh? But Jesus then goes on to warn us, just like the Steelers, winning once doesn't entitle you to anything. You always have to remain vigilant. We have to keep up our guard because the opponent, just like the Steelers' opponent, is always looking for a weakness and is going to take special pleasure coming back and defeating the once great one when he can't operate because we, the church, don't keep up our guard and operate in unison. Corruptio optima pessima. The corruption of the best is the worst. So don't give the devil the satisfaction. Remain spiritually vigilant. Just like football linemen have to consistently go through drills, exercises, work out, and practice to remain strong for that battle in the trenches, we too have to continually make sure that we have access and take advantage of access to prayer, devotions, and especially the sacraments, particularly the sacrament of the Eucharist, our daily bread. In such a way, we remain on guard. We don't let the opportunity arise for the opponent to get back in there and corrupt the best. So today, may God bless you all. May he preserve you all from temptation and deliver you from evil with the help of our daily bread. Amen.